Hey guys, what's up? Got a new channel going. Wanted to for a first video, give you guys a little bit of a shop tour. It's kind of a mess. I've been in here for almost a year, but I've been so busy. I have not organized things the way I want to, and yeah. But thought I'd give you a quick little tour of it. Built this place myself. Here, let me turn around a little bit. Kind of see it. Me and my dad and a friend of mine, we built this barn, this shop. So I'll go outside and do a little clip out there. But we built this place ourselves almost a year ago. Yeah, something like that. So, and then I'll just do a little quick shop tour of some of my tools, and then I'll get some videos up of some of the things I do. It is just a little more than hobby. But not quite full-scale professional, obviously, as you'll see. Fab shop, I've got a lot of self-taught experience. Nothing really. I've had some people that have kind of helped me along the way for sure, but never had like any formal training on a lot of stuff. So, but big thing that I do right now, I got orders all the way out through sometime next year, through the middle of next year. Is equipment for dog agility. So me and my wife run dog agility. We are part of NADAC, North American Dog Agility Council, and they have equipment, weave pulls, which can't turn the camera around, so I'll do this. Here's a set of weave pulls I'm starting. They're 3/4 done. I'll do a video on those. Dog walks, A-frames. Dog walks, A-frames are all aluminum. So I do both welding, but yeah, so you'll kind of see some of that. And then I've got some other projects. I'm building some, couple of trailers this next year, I think. I have a passion for diesel trucks. I do a lot of, not a lot, but I do some mechanicing on some diesel, like 7.3s and stuff. I like building trailers. I've been in the trailer industry. Obviously I'm not that old. I'm only 30, but I've been in the trailer industry since I was a kid. 15 years, 14 years, something like that. So, got a lot of background in the trailer industry, mainly talking utility trailers, but, even RVs, we're talking running gear and stuff like that, hitches, things like that. I've got a lot of experience on. So, over the course of time, I'll do some videos on stuff like that. And we'll do a little shop tour right now. So, this is the shop I built, 30 by 40, 30 wide, 40 long. 12 by 12 door there, 9 by 8 I believe door there. A couple of projects. That's my brother-in-law's little love that was his dad's. He's going to do something with that. I'll probably do a video on at some point. That was my grandpa's 1980 Chevy. I don't know Chevys. I think it's a C because it's a two-wheel drive, C30. It's got a T6 354 Perkins in it with a 5-speed. Was done by the dealership. Anyway, I'll do a little video on that. But so that's my shop. Got my camper over there. That's an unfinished. We won't even look over there. Yep, got a cord to this. Haven't got it all wired in yet. This is my little paint booth. This shed came with the property when we bought it, so I put it to good use. I think it's 16 by 14 or something like that. Yeah. Got some junk, by the way. I've driven truck quite a bit and have a pretty good background on truck mechanic stuff, so probably be some videos on that too. So yeah, I use this for my paint booth. Again, kind of a little bit of a mess in here because I haven't gotten to where I want. I just papered the walls, or plastic the walls I mean, and this is where I hang stuff to paint. So it's fully insulated, so it works good for that. My project going to be coming up soon is getting that hardwired, so I don't have to run that big number 12 cord out there. So we'll come over here. Yep, it's a little embarrassing. I got crap everywhere, I know. But got our 40-foot fifth wheel, full 200 amp service to it. So yeah, we'll go inside and we'll check some stuff out. All right, so walking in. I am sorry, guys. It is a mess. Bear with me. It's going to get better. And I think doing these videos will give me a little bit of urge to do more cleaning and less work. So first thing, got a nice little drill press. I put it on a cart. That's my catch bucket. So just like I need to do right now, I can wheel it back in where it needs to be. A bunch of miscellaneous crap, some projects. Use the heck out of this. This is just a cheap, like, Amazon one, but I use the heck out of this. I mean, I go through a belt every week. I use it so much. So, got some extra belts. Got some parts and pieces for some A-frame stuff. Got a clamp for my drill press. I just picked this up here just last week. Nice little, just a plain old cheapy AC buzz box. I have done very little arc welding, so I'm gonna play with it and do some more arc welding and expand myself a little bit. I know AC is not the best. I really should have got a DC, but I picked that thing up for $100. So, you know, they're like $300-400 new. This one is one of the newer ones with the newer decal on it. Been barely used. Couldn't pass it up. So, kind of a little workbench of mine. As you can see, I've been doing some little crafty projects for some friends. You know, so yeah, something like this. Just some crafty stuff. Got a new welder extension cord. Got some welding rods in there, some other parts and pieces. You'll see a trend here real quick. I love my Milwaukee tools. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people do. It's kind of all over the place, but I love them. I'll probably just jump here and come back. This is my main little welder. It's little in size, but it's quite a nice welder. I've really been happy with it. Little Miller 211. It's probably 3 or 4 years old. Just a cheapy cart. I need to build myself a nicer cart. I just, again, have not had time. I picked that up. That's kind of how I got started 4 or 5 years ago. Well, not started, but how I started doing more stuff outside of just fun projects. And like I said, it's small in size, but man, oh man, is it a nice little welder. I've welded with a lot of different machines, and for what I do, I really like it. So yeah, and then my gem that I love, my little XP45. I picked it up, literally, it had been through 2 cuts on, I think it was some 16 gauge, 2 lengthwise cuts on some 16 gauge sheet metal, and something about the kid got overwhelmed. I picked it up for cheap, and it basically was brand spanking new. Came with this little cheapy cart, some consumables. Yeah, so I was super stoked about this. Since I'm right here, you guys should check this out. Found these on Amazon. They're little templates. And they're specifically for like the kerf. I don't remember what the exact term is that we use for plasma cutters, but the that offset, specifically designed for that. You put it in when you order it on Amazon, and they have specific plates. So this is a 1.5 inch hole. It's actually bigger than that because it accounts for your tip setback. So it's really cool. There's circles of all different sizes. Here's some squares. I just got them. I have not used them yet, so I'm pretty excited about trying them out. So I might do a video on those. So yeah. Anyway, torch setup, oxy torch. I run 75-25 most of the time. That's my argon tank. So this is a mess. Drill bits, nothing fancy. I do not have a real great set of drill bits. Again, not a professional shop. I'm working that towards that way. Different stuff there. That's a useless drawer. That kind of is too. Hole saws. Kind of my aluminum section with some other odd and ends. I have a video I will put up this later this week. I am getting a new HTP ProPulse 220. I will be going away from a spool gun. So I'll keep the spool gun for this welder, but I will be going away from that. So I'll do a video on that. Some air tools, taps and dies, yes. Just cheapies because I really don't use them very much. And then grinders. So, and that's not everything because I have stuff out here. So this is my big welding table. Again, I'm very sorry, it's a huge mess. In this shop, while I'm still getting things figured out, it's kind of just my do all my projects table. So as you can see, it's kind of a mess. I keep a lot of my shorter pieces underneath. Aluminum bucket, it's all my small pieces. Kind of a cheapy vise. This is a 4x10 table. I did myself. I drilled some 5/8 holes in it. And I rock the some of the fixture clamps for that. So that's kind of my main deal. All my clamps and everything over here. Some more clamps down there. There's a lot of clamps you can't see, like they're up there on the table. Yeah, that's all my small pieces. All my big pieces, I'll kind of pan over here. All my big pieces I hang on the wall or stand up. All the aluminum I stand up. And those actually are pretty easy to get off of there. Yes, that's a contraption. This is actually my dad's table, or excuse me, chop saw. It's older than I am. And that's what I cut all my aluminum with. And I just rigged that on there so that I didn't get aluminum shave. Anybody that's cut aluminum, especially with a higher speed saw like that, it goes everywhere. So this is kind of my redneck way of, he's been cutting some wood on it, but it's kind of my redneck way of calming that down. So got some wire to go to the shed. We won't look at this corner. It's kind of a mess, but that's where all my wood and my blocks and all that, cords. Let's go back in order here. Sorry, guys. Again, kind of a mess, but this is my main thing. I need to get all this stuff off here because it is awfully close to the welding table. Don't kill me in the comments. I know. That bottle of acetone does not sit there normally. I just used it and set it there. I have it on the other side of the shop so that it's not near my welding. I need to get a fire cabinet. Got some spare stuff down here. A little 100 welder I use for just outside home projects. I don't do any sort of paid work with it. So a little flux core, a little grinder that's not even really mine. It's my brother-in-law's. A couple of backup chop saws and some other miscellaneous stuff. Some miscellaneous trailer parts, other stuff. Yeah, so then over here, these are my two newest additions that I just got. The M18 8-inch metal cutting saw. Just kind of played with it. Have not really done a lot with it. Freaking love it. It is way cool. So it catches everything in here. Yeah, took the blade bag off of it. I got a real nice fruit blade for my cutting aluminum, which I'll get to over here in a second. Sorry guys. And then I've had that is a corded portaband, but I got myself an M18 one. What I'm gonna do, another one of my things that's coming up soon is I'm gonna get a swag off-road table, a portaband table, and that'll be kind of my, because I do a lot of little cuts like that would be really nice on a little table like that rather than using my big one. So so I got myself a little battery one, or not little, this is the full-size deep cut, but a battery one to do all my other projects. So another recent purchase, got myself a nice, I've been running just the cheapy helmets up there, got myself a real nice Digital Infinity. So it's a little dirty, don't mind that. I keep it over here on the towels so it stays nice, and I don't like hanging it on my tank. So yeah, just odd and end stuff. I built this mezzanine not that long ago. Sorry, again, just stuff everywhere. Built this mezzanine, just got that killer deal. It was a set of those rolling stairs like from Home Depot, and took the lower framework out, and it's literally the exact perfect height. Sits perfect. Those step treads are perfectly level. I screwed it in up there at the top, and it's absolutely perfect to get me up and down. So been loving that. But that's a 12x12 mezzanine I built just for storage up there. You see I got some truck boxes off an old flatbed build. There's some truck parts up there, some load lockers, some stuff from the house, you know, just odd and end. So this under here is very much still a project. it's kind of a mess. Again, a little embarrassing, so don't kill me in the comments. Several pack outs. Again, you'll see I freaking love my Milwaukee stuff. Got a fan I haven't even opened yet. Blower. Grease gun. But yeah, I want to get all this stuff in on the other side of the shop where it's not near my welding. I know it's not a good deal. Same with the paint. I need to get it migrated out to my little paint booth. So just crap down there. Pick this table up off of Marketplace. It's going to be my main workbench at some point. Right now it's a freaking catch-all, but little cheapy Harbor Freight Parks rack. I still am working on organizing that. So that's my brother-in-law's toolbox. He's in a place now that he can't really use it. It came from his dad. So I'm just kind of keeping it here. I keep some stuff in it, but not a lot. My main toolbox, yep, just Husky. Things like this, I don't see any point in going broke and buying Snap-on. I see 0 point. You'll see for some things I have a lot of like Harbor Freight and Home Depot stuff. So be it. You know, I don't care. There's certain things that just don't need to be expensive. Like this drawers. I mean, look at this. It's nothing fancy. I do love my oh wow, that escaped me. Wow. Okay, I'll think of it in a minute. You guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's that. This is still a little bit of work in progress. Like this drawer is just like this stuff really should be in the top drawer. See, Husky. It's an old Snap-on one I got from somewhere. I don't even know where. I don't even know if it's Snap-on. I'm not sure what it is. No, that's not Snap-on. I don't know what it is. Anyway. Yep. You know, I know there's a lot of guys that want to do like the foam and things like that. You know, I like to have multiples of everything. Like this, there's, good golly, there's 5, 6 half-inch wrenches. They're all different brands. Some are Harbor Freight, some are Craftsman, some are Gear Wrench. It's kind of all over the place. It's just how I roll. To me, there's no point in spending buku bucks on things like that. Those wrenches do just as good. So my screwdrivers again, yep, not a ton of order is what it is. These are my favorite screwdrivers, these Craftsman's. Sorry, I didn't have the camera in the way. Made in the USA, heck yeah. But sometimes I'm just trying to get a cheap screwdriver to do a job, so just kind of bits everywhere. I don't know if you guys really want to see all this, but here it is. And then this is my metric wrench drawer. I kept them separated so it's not such a mess. Yeah. And then this one, the big main box is my sockets. Again, yep, Pittsburgh. I tell you what, they make a pretty dang good impact socket. You cannot knock it. No, you can't knock it. Eventually I'll get some nice chrome sockets rather than these damn Harbor Freight ones, but again, not super high on my priority list. I've never broke one yet. So, SAE on this side, metric on this side, and then of course metric and SAE here. This is a big set for doing semis, you know, doing wheels and things like that. Got a couple of big like axle nuts there, some odd and end big ones there. So all my extensions, yep, more Pittsburgh. But again, you can't freaking knock them. Yeah, you know, Pittsburgh. One of these is a Snap-on, this one I think. That's like one of my only Snap-on things. So just, it is what it is. I just use things that work. Haven't had a single problem with those. So all my Allens of every nature and hexes. Big wrenches, both metric, and I got up to what, 32 millimeter in metric, and I don't even know what size this is. Inch and 3/8, no, inch and 7/16. I don't have as good a collection of big wrenches as I want. I need to upgrade that. Torque wrench, kind of a cheapie, but it's proved me pretty well. I always keep it down to 0 when I'm storing it, and it's done really well. So yeah, this this bar, my dad's. Look at that, USA, hell yeah. It is probably twice as old as I am. My dad's still with us, but most of his stuff has just kind of come to my shop and stayed here. So I remember using that when I was a little kid, so that's pretty cool. Let me go down. Some hammers, some too big of crescent wrenches to get in other places. Impacts, again, love my Milwaukee. I think that's a Matco, I believe. Yep, or Mac. Got the 1/2-inch mid torque. I just got that. It does no dirt on it. Love my 1/2-inch high torque and a little 3/8 stubby. I'm gonna get some more. Just been trying to put money in other places right now, but I want to get a 1/2-inch stubby and then put that 3/8, or no, put the 1/2-inch in my RV and keep that 3/8 in here. Right now I take them back and forth, so because it will take lug nuts off. That's just extra stuff. That's for doing cables. I don't know why it gets its own drawer. It just does. So, and then this is kind of my woodworking. Got a jigsaw, hacksaw or sawzall, a multi-tool, router, all the bits and everything for that. So it's just kind of in its own little deal. So yeah, this is an old catch-all cabinet. I actually, my first job, no, probably my second job ever was kind of a grunt. I called myself a mechanic, but really I wasn't. Kind of a grunt at a rental yard. And one of the mechanics there, I was trying to buy tools. I bought lots of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I didn't come up here. Got some batteries and some other odd and end crap. Again, I'm sorry, it's just a mess. Anyway, and he saw I was trying to gather tools and better myself in that aspect, and he decided, just give me this. Yeah, it's rusted out at the bottom. It ain't great, but it meant the freaking world to me. So I've just kept it, and now it's just kind of, I'm not even gonna go through it because it's just kind of a catch-all of extra tools that I don't even use, and obviously junk on top. So let's see. So then we have my big compressor. That's another new purchase since I've been in this building. I did a lot of, sorry, it's windy outside. I did a lot of research, and for my budget, anyway, 60 gallon, I don't remember what the CFM is. It's pretty high for what it is though. It's one of the higher ones in its class. I don't remember. Yeah, so I got that. That fit my budget. I would like to have gone a little bigger. I don't use a lot of air. As you'll see, just like that, impacts and stuff, I just use battery. I'm pretty big on battery stuff. So I don't use a lot of air, so it's not been a huge thing. It actually wasn't even hooked up until 6 weeks ago probably, and I bought it when I first moved in. So it sat here unused for 6 months or more. So yeah, that's how much I don't really use it. But I went and got, they had a sale when I was buying all this. This is from HTP America, which is funny because that's where I'm getting my welder now. I didn't even know who these guys were when I bought this. That's where I'm now getting my welder. This came as a whole kit. I can't even tell you exactly what they all are. I know one takes out oil. I think one is a moisture remover. This is a full desiccant. It's full of desiccant, which is what this bottle is right here. It's not even labeled, but it's some leftover desiccant. And then that is the regulator. It also has a moisture remover set up in it with a valve on the bottom. So we did copper up. So here, let me back up. We did behind the stairs here. My dad's a plumber by trade, has been his whole life. So he built me a kind of a, it's not gonna do a lot, I don't think. But it is a type of little cooler, just to hopefully keep some air out. I need to get this little droop in it out there, but so it runs up through that cooler, and then back down into there with a valve, and then it runs up. Try not to trip on anything as I back up here. It runs up to right there, Ooh, can we get up that high? There we go. And then takes off into a full air system. I believe Rapid Air is what the name was. Here, it's over here. It was a full system. Came with all these drop blocks and everything. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money, but I felt very worth it. And then I added all the little quick disconnect setups on there. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome. We've got a super slow leak somewhere, which I think is probably just from all of these threaded fittings between here and in every one of those blocks. We've got a threaded fitting. It's probably what it is, but I mean, it takes quite a while. So I just keep this valve off right there and keep the compressor off. The compressor holds forever. It's never moved. But the air system, it will drain. I've never had it on long enough to drain the compressor, but like when you shut the valve off right here at the tank, it will take about 6 or 8 hours and it'll drain the air system, which, see if I can back up here without making you all dizzy. It goes around the top and you can see it goes up to that drop down. I got those on sale from Tractor Supply. They great reviews. I love them. They're 75 foot, so they're pretty nice. Anyway, it goes all the way around. I got a drop over there, goes around to that reel, and there's a drop down there behind the press. So I know it's better to have a complete round system that goes back to itself, but I've had no issues with air, so I can't complain. I won't really go over here, but this is all kind of another thing. I used to have a hay hauling business for several years with a good friend of mine. It's all kind of my leftover straps. I accumulated so many straps and crap. A bunch of E-Track stuff for a enclosed trailer build that I kind of gave up on and sold the trailer and kept all the stuff. RV stuff, trailer stuff. I got spare just for myself. Spare seals of almost any kind, lights, just some little stuff, screws, and this is all miscellaneous truck crap. So ladders over there, got some starboard back there for some projects, got my golf cart that's just got junk on it right now for the winter. Got these stairs that I'm going to make into, and just junk on them, sorry about that. Got these for free. I'm gonna cut that leg off and put a caster there. Leave that leg the way it is. It works. I've already used it a couple times. It works awesome as almost like a topside creeper. I need to make a little extension out on this end, but works really, really well. So a little welding table that was like free, or somebody gave it to me. Got some for weave poles. We'll go over that. Got this little chop saw, little Evolution 7 1/4 chop saw. Oops, got some crap in the way. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I freaking love it. Only thing I don't really like is this table on it. Of course, it's not very expensive, so you know you can't assume a lot out of it. That is really ugly on the. We're gonna just turn that over. Can't assume a lot for it being cheap, but this obviously is just stamped steel, and it is quite flimsy, and it's hard to get like machinist precise cuts, but it actually cuts quite square and pretty nice. So I've been pretty impressed with that. I use it for a lot of the bigger stuff. Not bigger, more like production type of deal. So got my old jet bandsaw. It's looking a little worse for the wear. I've had it for quite a long time. Got it from a friend of mine. It also has the plate to where you can use it as a stand-up, which I will not be really using anymore once I get the swag off-road piece. But it is pretty wore out. Not going to get super close, but the little rollers, little bearing rollers and everything are getting a little wore out, but it's actually still pretty dang accurate. I've been pretty impressed with it. So some scrap pieces from a project. Shop vac. Again, if you haven't noticed, not only do I love Milwaukee, I also love red. If you just kind of pan around the shop and pick how many times you can see something red. That's a Craftsman. Love it, but it is red. So yeah, I got my golf cart. Love golf carts. I got a neighbor up the road, it's a good friend of mine, has a small, kind of like a hobby farm, and I help her do a lot of stuff. So this is my run up and down to her place, little cart. It's just in here for winter, takes up a ton of room. Got a bunch of 1-inch aluminum. It's in here right now for several big projects coming. There's some 3/4 down there. Again, everything's very dirty. Some of that bar channel for the weave poles, which I'll go over. Ladders, missing one right now. I got a 18-foot extension, but sanded shop, starboard. Excuse me. These are some 12-foot. I custom order these 12-foot sheets of aluminum. This is 080. Because the dog walks that we build for the dog agility are 12-foot boards, 12-foot ramps. They're only 1 foot wide, so I get, 4 pieces out of one sheet. But this is a new thing. I was only using stock 10-foot sheets, and I had to put a splice in them. And so my metal supplier, well, not really my metal supplier, a metal supplier about 4 hours from me, custom gets these for me, which, I don't know, you guys live in a bigger city, bigger area, maybe that's easier for you to get. For me, this was like a holy crap, you can do that. Yes, absolutely, please order me some, because didn't even know it was possible where I'm at. So I was pretty stoked about that, to not have to do the splicing. So I don't even really want to show you this rack, but because it's a mess. There's jacks down there. It's a mess. So this is this is basically just like construction-y tools. I gotta do something to make it just not a pile of crap. It's a mess. I'm not gonna stay on that very long. I got, like my worm drive saw. My dad's old Milwaukee or skill saw, worm drive saw. Most of this is my dad's stuff. I don't like wood. You can't weld it back together. So it's like his powered caulking gun. I don't know, just a bunch of stuff. It's a mess. I'll work on getting that cleaned up. Maybe I'll make a video. Screws, nails, caulking, that I use for the dog walks. Again, you'll see that in the video. Plumbing stuff, spare wire from building the shop, blow upable stuff. So spare aluminum stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the rest of the shop. Oh, I guess over here, got this little cart. It was my wife's dad, my brother-in-law's dad, however you want to look at it. It's pretty cool. Again, I go up to the neighbors with it all the time. It's supposed to be 12 volt, but the motor is 24 volt capable. And so I've got it hooked up 24 volt. I can go almost 25 miles an hour. It is pretty intense. It's kind of goofy looking, but it's pretty cool. So yeah, of course, red, I found this and just jumped on it. My Portacool, works pretty good. Not really big enough for this shop, but it definitely helps. Again, I'll do a video on it. My project for this winter is to insulate the shop. The roof is insulated. We did that as part of the package, but I need to get insulation on the walls and I'll probably get a couple of mini splits to heat and cool it. So more straps and crap. Again, that poor thing is just storage in the winter. So I got another Milwaukee thing over here. Picked this up for free, just a little vise on a stand. I've got like 4 vices at this point, don't really need it, but just picked it up for free from an auction place that I said, how much do you want? He said, just take it, I don't want it around here. So Harbor Freight again, you can't beat it. For all the more I use a press for, you can't beat it. This is Dog Walk Project. Again, I'll do a video. That's the cut pieces, and those are the end pieces that are all ready to be welded up. So hair reel, and then the drop, see there. So yeah. Oh, and then this is my newest little addition. Got a hell of a kill on it from Home Depot. I think they had a screw up on prices, and I jumped on it. If you haven't seen it, battery powered air compressor. It's sitting up on its end right now. The battery goes right up in there. Man, guys, I'm serious. I know I probably just seem like a Milwaukee you-know-what swinger, but I'm pretty impressed. It's super quiet, fills up quick. I haven't seen what the recovery time is like yet because I mean, I don't use a lot of air, but I'm gonna end up putting it in my RV. So yeah. All right, so there you go, guys. That's my heater, propane heater. So it's a mess. Like I said, don't kill me too bad. Hey, look, more Milwaukee. But there's my shop, kind of a introductory video on the, oops, sorry. Introductory video on this whole deal. And kind of long, I'm sure, but give you guys a shop tour. And yeah, I'll be getting some videos out, kind of some of my projects and different things that I like to do. So, all right, thanks a lot, guys.